Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this opportunity, we want to present to you the result of our group analysis, the Young Learners Analysis. So, before going to our presentation, I want to introduce you the member of this group. The first is Afra Zahra as the first speakers, Septya Dwi Utari as the second speakers, Nadia Salma as the third speakers, Yasmine Attiroh Majid as the fourth speaker, and me, Nurul Aulia, as the last speakers. Here are the table content of our presentation. So, let's get started.
The first point of the unit is that the teacher is very expressive when teaching in the teaching and learning process. This will lead to the change in behavior that will respond to each other because the stimuli interact with each other. In the end, there will be consequences that will make a change in behavior, according to Skinner's theory. The relationship between stimulus and response is temporary because in learning activities students need to be given a stimulus as often as possible so that the relationship between stimulus and response is stronger and persistent. The theory also believes that punishment plays an important role in the learning process. The punishment given at the right time will be able to change one's behavior. For example, playing a character and expressing some things that are included in the discussion. For example, teacher playing a character and expressing some things that are included in the discussion. The second is teachers have many ways to arouse children's interest in learning. These activities are by Gattery's main learning principle, namely contingent law, where a combination of stimuli which is accompanied by a movement when they are aroused again, tend to be followed by the same movement, according to Edwin Gattery's theory. So the activities carried out by the teacher are following Edwin Gattery's theory. For example, such as with song and teaching students to sing while learning.
Next, teacher make loud noises so that children can be encouraged to take lessons. This practice is included in the psychoanalytic theory, in which the teacher provides a loud voice so that it can stimulate children to join and respond to class with enthusiasm, as well as from stimulating children. This theory was first expressed by Sigmund Freud at the end of the 9th century. The last teachers are not only silent but practice some movements so that children can be enthusiastic in learning activities. This practice included in connectionism, namely the theory of Edward L. Thorndike, which is a theory that highlights the stimulation of children so that they can have an influence on their behavior in the future. In addition, it can amplify their stimulus response.
Okay, now I will explain the interesting from this video. The first point is teacher give a lot of appreciation to children who can answer the question. This thing will make the children feel proud of themselves, and this kind of thing can build the confidence to children's self, like we have learned in the characteristic of young children in point emotional development. They said that the children have different emotional needs, but yet they need to feel secure, which success gives. It's mean like the teacher must build the confidence of the children's self. And the second point is the teacher interact a lot with children such as a question and answer, and appoint the children to try to answer. It's like a discussion between the children and uh, uh, the teacher. That this way, the teacher must be active to bring the children following the lesson, and with the children and with the teacher liveliness, life, life, liveliness. The children will interest with the lesson, and the teaching and learning process will run smoothly. And the third and the third point is the teacher invite the children to practice directly. This way will make the children unfeel bored, because the children like to try something new and do something from doing. Like we have learned in the characteristic of young children that said that the children learn through doing.
Point 4. The teacher provide interesting learning media for their student. In the video I watched, the teacher gave prompts in the form of colorful picture, for example a picture of beach. There the teacher tells the student what's on the beach, tells the color, and tells the objects that are on the beach. And the response of the student was very active when the teacher explained about it. By using the learning media in an interesting and varied manner, the passive attitude of the student can be overcome. In addition, students will be more easily interested if the knowledge is present in the form of image. Let's learn colorful. That way, students will not be bored with the learning provided by the teacher. The students are also excited to learn because the learning media is interesting for students. Point 5. The teacher provides an evaluation of the material in a fun way. In the video that I watched, the teacher gave a fun evaluation to the students by asking again while showing pictures about things that had been learning before, such as asking again about what was on the page, what's color, and what's the object. And once it has been asked, the teacher invites the student to answer the question. After the student answer the question, the teacher gave in the form of sentence like "you are smart" or something. The students who answered the question. That way, the teacher knows whether the student has understood or not about the learning material being taught by the teacher.
So I want to explain about the third slide. The third slide is about the problematic of the children in this video. As we can watch in this video, the female student who's sitting behind in the class are not excited during the class and look really shy than the male student who's sitting in front of the teacher, because the female student interact with the teacher less than the male student who's sitting in front of the class, in front of the teacher. The male student can get focused to the teacher explanation and pay attention to the teacher explanation directly. It's different with the female student who's sitting behind in the class. They struggle. They struggle to get and pay attention to the children, to the teacher's explanation, because they are blocked by the male student who's sitting in front of the female student. It's because the female student interact with the teacher less than the male student who's sitting in front of teachers. Because the male student who's sitting in front of the teacher can understand well and can pay attention directly to the teacher explanation. So it's better to the teacher ask the student to sit together among them, making a circle during the class in front of the teacher, because the teacher can pay attention to the student one by one, and the teacher will know who is the active student and the shy student, and the teacher can invite the student to be more active in the class by asking the question.
From the explanation we give about analyzing the video that are already available, hopefully it is easy to understand with all friends. So the conclusion is that the teacher in the video has give us an overview of how to teach children, and the way the teacher teaches also many that correspond to the theory of teaching the children that we have learned before, and I think the result that the teacher got are her students listen well and comfortably without freedom.
Do you have any question, guys? If you have any questions, please go to the YouTube comment section and write your question there. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.